Hello to everyone, here Alberto Flores, and I'm going to share with you how to use agenda in classroom. In this case, you have to shift your mind and think about agenda not as a planning, it's more like a toolbox. Why? Because when you are here in classes and you begin a class, you you notice that here is an agenda and you can open an agenda, but it's not exactly what you're going to do in the class. It's going to be like a couple tools that you are going to use, like strategy, techniques, or activities. So how to create one? You click here. As you notice, I have end my class, and I go here to agenda, and here's this icon. So first I type a name. I'm just going to write one in this case, and I'm going to create. And as you see, you can determine the moment, for example, the introduction. And the introduction, in my case, is the moment when you settle the objectives of the lesson, when you need to listen, that your student listen to you. So in that case, you can determine the time, for example, 2 minutes, and what is going to do in these 2 minutes. I'm going to lock the device. Why? Because you need attention. I used to say to my students, I have something important to share with you. This is quite important because the pedagogical evidence says that when you establish a clear objective to achieve, it's more reliable that your students in effect achieve that. As you can notice, you can create the groups, you can lock all the students or just a group of them, you can terminate it, and you can add more actions. So in this case, my purpose as a teacher is to share something important to them. So that's why I'm going to, in 2 minutes, lock it. What to do else? For example, imagine that you're going to work in groups, because some of them are going to read or other are going to discuss and things like that. Groups. Okay. So when I open here, I'm going to determine the time. In this case, I'm going to set 10 minutes. And what is going to do? As in this moment, they are going to discuss what I expect is that they take notes. So I'm going to click here and open notes. They can use their Apple Pencil, other stuff, and I'm going to lock the app. Why? Because I need them to be focused. But what students? Just the students that are going to be discussing. You see, you can determine different action, different times for a pedagogical purpose. In this case, my lesson says 12 minutes, but it's not exactly that is going to be my class. That's going to be a bunch of activities that I'm going to use. What do I mean with that? I can open my class. In any class, I can check the agenda, and I can open that bunch of activities, and I can begin in any time. For example, I'm going to make groups. I just click here to send, and there's the timer. So it helps me to focus on the time and the activity, and help me to keep the time in mind. It's something that sometimes the teachers struggle with it. Or for example, if I'm going to begin a class, any class, not exactly this lesson, any other lesson. Okay, I'm going to set what we are going to do now. I have 2 minutes to say that. And that helps me to keep focus on what I really need. Here I can move from other activities. I can even edit as in the menu, but it's not the moment to do that. It's just to show that there is for that. And that's all.